In last year's State of Motion 2016, we caught a glimpse of the history of Singapore's development in the years surrounding its independence. Now, the films that we chose this year were made during a liminal period between the late to 1950s.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So bad. You don't want to be treated like a human being. You want to be treated like an object, don't you?
In Malaysia and a recently independent Singapore. And it traces numerous attempts to actually find Japanese soldiers who were in Singapore and were considered to have been deserted.
That's the runaways that he was referring to.
Yes, exactly. So the soldiers who had either abandoned their post because they had families that they had set up here, or they just didn't return back to Japan. So it's very interesting because he had never stepped to Singapore before. So as he's actually looking around for these soldiers, he's actually a stranger in Singapore looking for an idea of familiarity, looking for any trace of Japan that he can find. So the entire area that we're looking at, Beach Road as well as Middle Road, was actually an area known as a Japanese enclave. So there were Japanese brothels there as well as hotels that people actually stay in.
If you've never been to a KTV room before in an establishment like this, congratulations.
Welcome.
Wait, is it blur?
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine. The 66 is very prominent. Whoa! No way! No way! This is
You can speak in it.
No way!
This is wow.
You can bend it. It's a 360. You can bend it. You can bend it.
Whoa!
Okay, I'm thinking about it.
You come here!
Elizabeth, dodgy KTV.
Oh yeah.
Dodgy KTV girl.
This is wow.
Yeah. So what Natalie Cole has done is she's done a bit of participating art for you. I need two volunteers from the audience.
Me!
Okay, good.
Me!
Would you like to be Anita or newspaper?
Be a newspaper?
Like be a newspaper.
Voice of the newspaper.
Voice of the newspaper.
Okay, I'll be the newspaper.
And dancing. 25th March 1957. In the same way that tourists in Paris are quick to hear of Montmartre, so were our wealthy visitors to discover Buddhist Street. There is, however, a vast difference between the two quarters.
If you get caught, then you find other ways to survive. You find other ways to do it. So you guys will go somewhere else. Yeah. Oh, these are the fun.
Values thoughts. It looked very mysterious.
What?
And thoughtful.
Oh! That was mysterious. I don't think you talk about David Bowie that way. That's like him. He felt the
hotel, very cool to hang out. That's where we used to hang out and smoke and we found a KFC not KFC before. But while I'm showing you, do you see that building over there, the white building with the red rooster? That's the Park Hotel. And that's actually the production center for St. Jack. So because they were filming in secret, like most of the filming actually will happen in there. So like the hotel rooms and everything were all everyone's really excited about it, but it was actually banned for about 20 years in Singapore before finally making its premiere in local television. And that's because the film, okay, so it was made in 1973, right? That was again the period of time where they were cracking down on vice and like secret societies, and they felt like the film actually promoted vigilantism, and the whole idea of like secret societies and all. So they wanted to like crack down on that, so they didn't let him film it.
And then yet they let us watch all these Hong Kong gangster films.
So it actually has it's actually, and the thing that's very interesting about it is a film that's lost to Singapore, but it was actually the first Mandarin martial art film to be made in Singapore. Yeah, but like right now there are no copies of it. There are like the copy that we have at AFA, you notice is like decolorized because the copy that they have is magenta, and they're trying to restore it. So there's very few copies of it left, and it's a film that is actually like if you don't preserve it, actually can get lost in Singapore. Now, because of like this whole thing that happened to it, the director Tony Yao actually considers one of his favourite films, but he considers himself a failure because that film was never shown. So they put in all the budget to to make it and everything, and then it was never shown.
It was shown on TV 20 years later instead.
Yeah, so it was never shown in Singapore, but it was shown in other countries. It was shown like in Malaysia, it was shown in Australia, America, Europe. It travelled everywhere except in Singapore. And he tried very hard to actually get it shown. So he would edit the script and send it back a few times. Didn't allow him until like the 1990s when they put it on Channel 8. And even then, they heavily cut a lot of things. So we never actually saw it in its entirety. This is sad. Yeah.
Sorry, you said the copy that AFU had is magenta.
Yeah, you want to explain a bit more of the...
Yeah, it's magenta. It has taken on a magenta color because of the lack of preservation. We only took it in when we found it like 10 years ago. So I mean, this film has been around since the 1973, right? We first found it in Switzerland, so it's been around a long time everywhere else. So when we receive it, it's already turned into magenta color. Yeah, and this is the sharpest copy that we have, screening copy that we have. There's a PCB around with colors, but then it's so like low resolution that we can't screen it anywhere. But we're using those colors as reference when we restore it. So hopefully they will come out sometime this year, and we'll make an announcement, and it will be hopefully crystal clear.
There's so much there.
But we're actually doing a screening as well. We're doing a screening of the current version in the first week of February, and the actor himself will be around. Peter Chong. He's 70 plus years old now. He'll be there to do a discussion.
He was like Singapore's Ip Man back in the day.
Or like Bruce Lee lah. Yeah.
Like a small guy. Come on with one hand. I'm ready to fight you.
You know, like talking to them, like
No, I think he jumped up. Yeah, he jumped up. He jumped up because he's like a Kung Fu master.
Oh, yeah.
Jump up.
So he can actually walk into the tunnel.
No.
No, they
That's why they are putting it here so you can see.
Because they,
Oh, I thought we can go in.
We actually wanted to, right?
Yeah.
See, don't want to listen, never wear mosquito repellent.
it's okay.
It's not too late, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We have to decide.
Over there. You also notice like in the area there wasn't as many trees. So, you know, this is 20 years worth of trees growing.
They're filming it, they actually got access to the tunnel.
Yeah, actually, this place was open to public going. Like they actually did a Labrador secret tunnel tours, and this was like about 3-4 years ago. So right now they closed it. They don't allow us to use it because they're like under construction or restoration.
But we open again for the secret tunnel tours.
Hopefully, I don't know. So far this year, no lah.
Sometimes it's a bit hard to tell. You're very close for. Yeah. But it's interesting to also note, like, in terms of like filmmaking back then and now, the kind of group that we had to go through. Like some were harder, at first, but some also much easier because they didn't have to worry about other things as well. And maybe just think about how that has changed our local filmmaking as well. I know the sentence.
So from here we'll walk a single file and then we'll keep silent until we reach the artwork.
Just taking the sound of the So there are three scenes that you can interact with. One more progress steps. Take your time for about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes here. He uses music, movies, sound as inspiration, and he's actually inspired by the scenes of the movie as well as like war films.
Take the cash in hand and wave the rest. Related. Kill the devil in its den. When I was born, surrender. The hunter of the southernmost tip. Colonial turret. And as the cock crew, those stood before, open then the door. And once were departed, we may return no more. I wasn't. Tell. Black magic. Kill the devil in its den. At ease. In video shops, they lose particular segments of a movie that replay eternally. A top hut burn. Deserted. Metropolis.
You know what's happening? What's all these panels about?
Wait.
What the colour supposed to be? Is this from the film? From the video?
20 years.
Like
Also
really?
the images that are projected are either from the film,
Attention.
archival footage from the war and
Oh.
How it impresses upon our imagination.
from